Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. We got to fight the power. That's it.
Welcome to episode 8 of the Off Work Podcast. How y'all been doing, man? Honestly, I've been struggling with, how I should intro this podcast because words really can't, suffice in regards to what's going on in our country. But before we get started, we have a guest here, BJ, and I invited him personally. We decided to invite him personally because we went to college with him, me and Jorel, and in our time at college, BJ has been like one of the most socially aware people that we were in contact with. So I thought it was right to have him on to speak his views and his mind during this podcast. So how y'all been doing, man?
Good, man. Appreciate y'all brothers having me on.
Oh yeah, bro. Definitely appreciate you coming through, man. We, like Jarvis said, man, you've always been socially aware. You've always been, deep into, Black and social and political thought. So, I mean, we're definitely excited to hear your views on things, man, going forward. But as far as how we're feeling, man, I'm heavy right now, obviously, for all of the wrong reasons, everything that you've seen on the news and the video of George Floyd, and, his children's mother speaking out this afternoon, and Stephen Jackson, obviously, and all the riots and everything that's going on across the country. I mean, it's heavy. It's definitely heavy right now. So.
Yeah. Honestly, shout out to Jazz, our guest from our last podcast. And when we touched on it last week, I had no idea that things will progress the way it has. Like last week, remember I asked the question, like, we need a little bit of Martin and a little bit of Malcolm. And I'm just shocked at how fast things have turned. And what's more shocking to me is the fact that, since I've been around, we've seen like Ferguson and we've seen things like that. It's been mostly Blacks, right, that are at the forefront of this. I was surprised in a good way how many, people we see of, different ethnicities, different backgrounds, different ages that have sparked this. And not only the riots, but the protests and things of that nature. We hear about the looting and the riots and things like that. I'm not condoning, the looting and stuff like that, but I will say this. I think Black America, and not only Black America, America as a whole, we have reached our tipping point. And that this is a result of America's original sin. There's 40 million people out of work, and the pandemic and the state of which our country is in. Like this is a result of it, man. Like that's how I see it and how I view it.
Facts, man. I mean, it's really hard for me to speak on it, guys, because it's like, y'all know me. I'm a quiet dude. I sit back and I watch and I study these things all the time. And I wore this shirt in particular so y'all can see, just because no justice, no peace. Look at the date on this joint. Is the date even on here? I don't know. But the point is, when I got this shirt, it was a similar situation going on. The same shit happens like a cycle. You know what I'm saying? And white people, I appreciate y'all coming out if y'all happen to be listening. And I appreciate y'all, y'all tears and everything and y'all feelings towards it. But this is a regular day for us. This is almost like a holiday for us, an unpleasant holiday. We don't celebrate this shit, but we deal with this shit on the regular.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's generational. I was sitting down with my grandmother the other day, my father and myself, and we sharing racist stories. What type of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a regular for us. And I mean, at this point, America is ready for a change. The system needs to update. This shit is like software, bro. We need iOS 20 for this shit.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Straight up. Yeah. I mean, kind of like what you said, man. I thought, we all thought I thought we would be naive, and we all thought we were ready for change in 2008 when President Obama became our president, right? And he became the president, and me being a naive 18-year-old, I thought, man, like, the sky's the limit for African Americans in this country now. Things are definitely gonna move in the right direction, and things are gonna change. And not saying that things didn't change underneath President Obama, but we took a huge detour while having President Trump as our president. I think that he has been very divisive in our country. I think that he has his rhetoric has been definitely detrimental to the people of the United States. The relationships that he's torn across the world have been detrimental to the United States. And just some of the things that, obviously that have happened, it could have been easy. It could have been a conversation or a public statement that could have said, that happened in Minneapolis. These officers were unjust and it's unprecedented and these types of things shouldn't be happening in our community. He could have got out in front of it. Instead, he decided to not say anything at all. And then when things started to, get, more toxic, he went out and said, if individuals start looting, then we start the shooting, kind of making the same racist remarks that the chief of police from Miami had said back in the 60s in regards to African Americans being treated unfairly down in Florida. So it's just, we're in the shitstorm right now, fellas. And as we all know, 2020 has not been the most kind year thus far, as you guys have already stated for the obvious reasons. And to be honest with you, I'm looking forward to 2021 already, unfortunately.
Yeah, man, it was a shocking moment because I was watching my dad and my daughter. I'm a 4-year-old, and we're looking at the news, and I sat down. I thought about it, like during like the civil rights movement, my dad had to witness this as a young kid, at the same age as my daughter. My mom had to witness this as the same age as my daughter. So it's like I'm looking at like we've been. I'm not gonna speak for everyone, but I know when I was in school in the '90s, it was like a thing of racism is ended and desegregation, like it's a we are the world type thing. And that's what I was led to believe in the '90s as a kid. And I'm sitting back at my daughter, I'm like, America and our country has failed our young ones. People died for this, during the civil rights movement. Died for us to get to where we are. That's what we've been told. And it's like, it seems like nothing has really changed. Like I said last week, the George Floyd incident was 2020 lynching. That is what it is, and it's sad to look at it from that standpoint. And even I read articles where they're finding like dead protesters, dumping them in lakes, naked bodies. So people are dying for this, and I don't want it to be for naught. I don't want this to be a situation where we're in a microwave society, and next week we're off to something else.
Right.
That's what we saw with Trayvon Martin. That's what we saw with these deaths over the past couple of years, where it's like a hashtag, and we're moving on back to our regular lives, which I don't think will happen because 40 million people are off work. But I since the spotlight is on the world spotlight is on the U.S. right now, we have to capitalize off of this, and there needs to be laws that are in place. We need to vote. So that's where I'm at with it personally, to be honest with y'all.
Yeah, I mean, going off of that, like a couple of days ago, I posted MLK quote on my story when he was addressing like riots and things of that nature, and that was from 1966. And the fact that I can post that quote in 2020 and it's just as relevant, like, it's just crazy. It's just what Jarvis is speaking to, like, that's 50-something, over 50 years, and what progress have we had? Like, we're basically in the same place we were when Martin Luther King was, making his speeches and things like that. So it's just crazy to think about, like, it's like quicksand. Like, we're in the same place, just sinking and sinking. Like, can't get up no matter what we try to do, whether it's peaceful protests or, resorting to riots, things like that, we're still stuck in the same spot.
Yeah, and not everyone. Here's what I say. I see a lot of back and forth on social media. And I don't want the narrative to change. This is about social injustices that goes on in the Black community. This is about police brutality. Let's not make it something else that it's not. So, and I've heard people that are not willing to protest. They have kids. They don't want to be out there on the front line. So there's other things you can do. Like for me, I donated to bail people out. So you can donate to organizations, to the George Floyd Memorial Fund, to the Minnesota Freedom Fund, and we'll post this on our Instagram page, and we could probably drop a few links on YouTube. That's something we should do. You can follow organizations. You know, you can sign petitions. You know, there's a Justice for Floyd petition on change.org. So there's things you can do to make this change. So we need people on the front lines petitioning and protesting. We also need people for money donations and petitions to be signed. So we should be all in on this together. Because as you see, like we have people of different backgrounds and different ethnicities that are helping us, and we need to capitalize. You know, we can't do it on our own. You know, we've been victimized too much. Like people, you know, they're not listening. So we need other people and other, you know, backgrounds to help us out to push us to the forefront. So so as far as me, we're all big on sports, you know. I know 3 of us are sport management majors. And my question to y'all is this: do you have an issue if your team has not released a statement regarding, you know, what's been going on in this climate? And does that view the way you know, look at your team?
I don't view that any type of way because I'm not looking to my sports team to give me reference on political issues. I know what time it is with NFL. I know what time it is with the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Even though they hire mostly Black people, I understand that they're out for money. You know what I'm saying? If tomorrow Black people are, you know, kings of the world, then they gonna be right there with us. Like, we was all there for you, buddy. I couldn't wait for you to get there. You know what I'm saying? If tomorrow we're down, they're gonna make a Nike commercial that says, "We're here with you." They play both sides. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get too deep on y'all brothers, but this is why y'all brought me on here. Hold on, you know why y'all brought me on here? I gotta talk my shit real quick. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, overall, I feel like it's a mentality shift that has to happen when it comes to sports. When it comes to Black people, we have to decide whether or not we want to be comfortable or not. And when I say that, it's like y'all said, everybody has a position. Some people on the front line, some people are generals, some people are doctors, some people need to bring food out to the protest, some people need to bring music out to the protest.
Yeah.
Everybody's not on the front line. I was out there on the front line years ago. I'm not taking my Black ass out there right now. You know why? Because everybody is not united. We're not really ready to decide whether we want to struggle. This shit cute right now, but when Tom Brady come back, oh, niggas is gonna be talking about the Cowboys in motherfucking Tampa Bay. We gonna forget about this. And like you said, this shit's gonna cycle over again. So what we have to do is make a mentality shift of like, all right, we gonna give up our little luxuries. We may have to give up football. That's America's religion. Are y'all ready to give up motherfucking NFL for rights?
Man, that's a good question. Is that rhetorical question? Are you asking us this?
Rhetorical question. I'm just throwing shit out here. Are we ready to give up, you know what I'm saying, some basic luxuries for our rights? Because we hop in and out of this consciousness shit. You know, we react like, you know, run from fire to fire. Oh, they shot this nigga over here. Oh shit, Kim Kardashian booty fat as shit. Oh, they shot this nigga. Oh damn, Michael Jordan just put a documentary. I want to fly like Mike, nigga. Like, we back and forth. We don't have, you know what I'm saying, the cohesion and the focus on this shit all year long.
Yeah.
By the time this shit pops off, we need to say execute order 66. Niggas know what time it is. Show up at this time. We got people showing up on their different roles. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit used to be all year long.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. I mean, and that's real, but I think that's harder. I mean, it's easier said than done. And the reason why I believe that is because, like, so many people have so many different emotions involved in this thing. So, like, some people are obviously angry. Mm-hmm. Some people don't have the words to, you know, be able to articulate how they feel. Some individuals, to be honest with you, kind of don't care. And they're Black, and you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
So I think the thing is that we don't have an agenda, kind of what we talked about last episode with Jasmine. We don't have an agenda as to what our main focus is going to be. Are we gonna, stick together, for this particular issue, and are we gonna ride this police brutality thing, until it is fixed, until it's taken care of, or are we gonna head off in a different direction? Are we gonna riot? Are we gonna be violent? Are we gonna do things to destroy, and have them rebuild and let them know that we're serious about, certain and particular issues? I mean, I think that should be our main focus as to where we want to attack this thing from. And like me being a service member, obviously I can't, participate in, certain activities. I can say, certain things, but it's difficult for your service members to be able to sit back and not really have a voice in about certain aspects of what's actually going on. It sucks for us because we're the same individuals. My grandfather, who fought in the Korean War, who put the uniform on for his country. Jarvis, your dad, who put the uniform on for his country. And they didn't get the respect that they probably should have to their white counterparts.
Yeah.
And you see somebody who, basically was lifeless on the ground in Minneapolis, and it sucks to see something like that when a man is begging, for air, something that's a natural thing that we do as people. We just breathe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man is being choked out. So, I mean, like I said, it's just, I know I went off on a tangent, but it's just a lot of emotions, obviously. It's something that, we got to figure out what we want to do as collectively as a group, where we stand. Obviously, we all stand. We know that the things that we're seeing on TV and on social media, they're not right. We know that things need to be fixed, but in which way and which direction are we going to go to how to fix it?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but it seems like the only thing our country respects is violence. Like, you could be out there peaceful protest and we shall overcome, all that other stuff. Like, it's gonna be the same result. Like, whatever black people do in this country to move the needle. Like Cap, he lost his job. That was a peaceful protest. So, like I said, I don't condone the looting, but I can understand the violence that has come about with this. And as far as like the sports teams, like I had a debate with a homeboy yesterday, dog. This dude, no matter what Michael Jordan does, like, he's a coon, he's Uncle Tom, da 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 da. Michael Jordan released a statement, about what's been going on, right? We all read the statement. My boy said, I wish he would have said that last week. So I'm like, dude, me personally, to piggyback off what BJ said, I'm glad that Michael Jordan released a statement. But if he wouldn't have released a statement, I'm not depending on Michael Jordan on his views on social issues. Like, I'm not. I mean, I'm looking at my friends' views. That's my in group. So if y'all was on some bullshit, like, oh man, fuck this, like he had it coming, then I'm concerned. Then we had to have a separate conversation.
So let me ask y'all a question. Do you think that it was important for LeBron James to step out and say something about this issue? Because I think, and the only reason why I asked that is because I know LeBron James has a huge following. He has especially a huge following in the community. Creating schools, obviously giving back to the community on a much larger scale than what we can even imagine, I'm sure. But I thought, me personally, I appreciate it, and I thought that it was a great gesture for him to step out on social media and to say that enough. I mean, I didn't expect Mike to do it because obviously we've seen throughout history that, back in the early 90s, obviously Mike didn't endorse, political parties, even in North Carolina, where he's from and things of that nature. But I thought that it was important for at least some type of public figure who has the platform of a LeBron James, who's a global figure, not just in the United States, but globally, because basketball is abroad, that he stepped out and he did something that was important for our community. And I appreciated it personally.
I'm glad he did it. It's on brand with what LeBron has done throughout his career. So, like I said, I don't want to take LeBron for granted because, like, he's like one of the main ones since day one that has spoke out on these issues. So I'm happy for that. I mean, Just like my employer. I was like looking to see if my employer was gonna, speak up for this. And I'm happy my employer, stood up for what's going on. I'm happy my supervisor, I followed her social media, and I was pleasantly surprised that, she took a stance on it. So yeah, I'm not gonna say like I don't care about what they have to say, but I'm not looking to LeBron's opinion.
Yeah.
I'm glad he did it. It's like icing on the cake.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it's good that he went, and spoke out, said his piece about what's going on in our country. But yeah, I don't. If there's people that it took LeBron to say something for them to get on board, that's the main problem.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be the fact that like LeBron or Beyonce or Drake has to come out and say something for you to get on board with the cause. Like that's a problem within itself. It shouldn't take that. Like it should be, other leaders in our country who are, on the front lines, who are, activists for the Black community. People like that are the people you should be looking to, for that type of information. So I feel like, yes, of course, it's great that, they all spoke out. They all spoke out, donated, all of that stuff. But like I said, it's, it needs to be deeper than that. That shouldn't be the catalyst for you to join.
So let me go ahead, BJ. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, to play like devil's advocate here. Like overall, man, this is like I keep saying, we need to elevate our thinking as Black people, right? Like if this is software, we need to update our software. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a slave religion mindset. I'm not speaking on any religion. I'm just saying a mindset of we're constantly looking for this one man to come down and say, you know what, guys, that was wrong. No, we don't need, right now is the time of the people. The people have the power, you know what I'm saying? We looking for one LeBron James or one grand actor who's been chosen by white folks to be the medium, you know what I'm saying, to be the top dog amongst us. Not chosen by the people, but chosen by white folks, which is cool. I respect, let me say, I respect LeBron James. I respect all of it. But let's call it for what it is. These people are chosen as safe by white people to speak to the rest of us, and we looking to them like, damn, Beyonce ain't say nothing? That's fucked up. I don't give a damn what Beyonce got to say. If we want to see people, if we want to see change, we gotta look at the camera and look at ourselves. This is where it's going to start. It starts with the people. And
the beehive gonna be on your ass, BJ. The beehive gonna be on that ass.
I'm ready. Hit me up. Nah, even if you look in history, we're always looking to Muhammad Ali or Lena Horne or these great actors and people in the past. What they got to say? But the niggas that you see every day on the block, y'all going to the rally, brother? Nah, son, I got blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Now I understand LeBron James has a lot of power, and it's nice that he says something. But if he doesn't say anything, then I respect him. He's a basketball player, bro. He didn't come out here for that.
So look, so my question to you is this: do you think the Black community needs more leaders? So back in the day, Martin, Malcolm, all the leaders from the past.
We have to upgrade our software, bro. We can't keep the slave religion mindset of there's a savior going to come down, one man, and save us amongst our people. We need to pledge to an oath. You know what I'm saying? I belong to a fraternity. When you get in that joint, you pledge to the oath of being whatever. We don't have no oaths as Black men to come up and say, I pledge to be a Black man forever, take care of my woman, blah, blah, blah. You know, it doesn't exist like that. We're not initiated. We have no rites of passage that pledges us as Black men.
But time out. So as you said, there's no structure going on. Do you think if we had leadership that there will be more structure on what we need to do as a community? That's what I'm struggling with.
I personally,
these young kids, look, I teach these young kids. These young kids are trained to go. Like they have no fear. And that's a little bit what we've been seeing. So how do we channel that anger? Because these young kids are like 18, 17, 16. This is all they've been seeing for most of their lives. They live different lives than we have lived. They've been seeing the Trayvon Martins. They've been seeing these issues. And it's anger that's been built up, culminating over years. So
you have to pledge allegiance, bro. Just like I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United. I know that joint like that. What's that for Black people? We don't have that. So it's when this shit pop up, it's like, I ain't Black. I'm Black. You know what I'm saying? It's no allegiance. And that doesn't take a leader. That takes an oath. That takes a law. we need oaths and laws, and I don't know how to put that into place. And I don't necessarily think we need one person or an Elijah Muhammad to come and tell us what to do. I think that time is over.
So I agree with you. I think that we do need laws and things like that nature in place and policies in place to ensure that these things will not happen, moving forward. But to answer your question, Jarvis, I think that we do need those leaders in our communities to be able, and especially like the LeBron James or those individuals who have the platform to be heard and have that influence in our communities, to be able to get to the table, have the conversation for us. We let them know, what it is that we want, obviously with our input and things of that nature. And I'm sure that's not easy because, like I said, we all have our different views on how we want things done. But we get to the table, we start having those meaningful conversations about things that matters, and I think things start to change that way. I don't think that it can't just be, regular individuals. I think that for regular individuals, the change has to start within, at home. Just like you said, we have to be able to start teaching and preaching love to one another, and kind of erase this hate mentality that we have against other races. Because I'm not gonna lie, as Black individuals, we all have our preconceived notions about how white individuals operate, or how Asian individuals operate, or how Native Americans or Hispanics or whatever the case operate. So
Right.
we have our preconceived notions. I mean, let's keep it a buck here, just like they have their preconceived notions about us. So I think that once we start eliminating those things from our households and our rhetoric, then I think that's when all of us collectively will start seeing a change in the world.
Exactly, bro. And this had me harken back to my life and me thinking. I saw a post that said, "When was the first time that you personally experienced racism?" So it took me back to 3 or 4 major instances in my life. And the first one was kind of like covert. I was 8 years old. I was at a store, and this is when we lived in Germany. My dad served in the Air Force, so we was overseas. And there was an older white man, and he was like, "Oh man, this little boy stole my wallet out of my pocket. He stole my wallet out of my pocket." And I'm like at the BX with my friends, and kind of like it was a huge commotion. Kind of find out he left his wallet on the counter while purchasing an item. They're like, no, he left it. And when I say this guy didn't apologize to me, he just went about his day. And me being so young and naive, I didn't like. It took years for me, maybe like even like last week for me like to think about it. And that was like more like on the low racism. And as a kid, I didn't understand it. I was like, oh, okay. So the second time, which was like more overt, I had moved to Texas, Cypress. So I moved from Hampton, Virginia, which is predominantly a Black school I went to, in a Black middle school. And I moved to Cypress, Texas, to an all-white school. It's probably like 2% Black. And I had a few issues that went along when I went to that school. I was in class, and the principal of all people pulls me out of class. He's like, "I'm looking for Jarvis. They said that you threw a slushie in a crowd, right? That was walking by." And my teacher, Mr. Nicholson, was like, "Nah, like when did this happen?" He was like, "Well, it happened like maybe like 10 minutes ago during lunch." And he's like, "No, Jarvis has been in here the entire time." And this is in front of the entire class. Mind you, I'm the only Black person in this class, right? And my teacher asked the principal, like, what made you think that Jarvis did it? And the principal says, she looked at him and she says, "Well, they said a tall Black guy, a tall Black kid threw the slushie." So that was profiling at its finest. And that's when I was like, okay, that's when it started to hit me. I was really upset, and got my parents in there, and then it was a huge commotion. So that was my junior year. So 2 instances happened my senior year. My senior year, this is like senior year, I'm in English class, whatever, right? So we have a Black teacher, mind you. There's 2 Black kids in that class, me and my homegirl Bridget. Shout out to her. She remembers it like it's yesterday. So me and a white student, white young lady, we were raising our hands to to have an answer to whatever question the teacher has. So the teacher calls on me. I answer the question. I get the question correct. And this white girl looked at me, who also had her hand in the air. And she looked at me and she said, "You fucking nigger."
Wow.
And like I blacked out. You know, people say I have a blackout moment. I blacked out, and I imagined like one of my ancestors being lynched, and I lost it in that room. Like a desk was thrown. I lost it. And I don't remember this happening. And my homegirl Bridget was like, "You remember you was throwing the desk and the chairs, all this stuff, like going crazy?" I was like, "I don't remember that happening." So the fourth instance with me dealing with it with the police. So it's my high school graduation night. Me and my homeboys, we're out rolling around downtown Houston. Jarel, you know I'm terrible when it comes to directions, dog. I'm terrible. And this is before like navigation was heavy out there in these streets. So this is when you had to pull out the printed like MapQuest. You had to print out the sheets. You gotta figure out where you're going. I take the 290 east. And if you messed up on that joint, dog, ain't no coming back. When you
that's a wrap. That's a wrap.
So it's a wrap. So I find myself in the third ward, right? And I had like I had my high beams on because it's dark as hell, dog. And we get pulled over by the cops, right? And the cops like handcuffed us, like guns were drawn, all type, like illegally searched the whip because I was, like I said, I was kind of naive in that sense. Like I had like a BMW, like my dad had given me. And it was like, "Oh yeah, you boys from New Orleans? Y'all from the Hurricane Katrina? Da 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 da." And it got like really like aggressive, and that's when it hit me, where we could have been dead that night. It was dark, guns were drawn, and it could have easily been us. So I could have easily been a hashtag. So I don't know if y'all want to add to that.
Yeah, I mean, are we saying police instances or just racism overall?
It's racism in general.
So you know what's wild? I mean, born in D.C., raised in PG County, Maryland. Some of the blackest places you can go, right? So
Black excellence too.
Facts. I'm in PG County right now. So I didn't really deal with racism too much growing up, but I was always very socially aware because of my parents and what they put me on to. But I didn't personally experience it until, honestly, college years. You know what I'm saying? One in particular, I'm not going to tell the police story, but I think this story is a little more, I kind of find it humorous after the fact. But I had a job, right? And I was a concierge, and I went at the front desk. I'm a nice guy at the front. "Hey, how y'all doing?" And there's this one white chick that lived in the building, and she never speaks. I'm talking about, "Hey, how y'all doing?" Dead in my face every day, right? So one day she comes in and she's trash. I'm talking about, "Hey, Brad, how y'all doing?" Like, and she's speaking like, "How's your day going?" Like she's feeling herself this day. So I knew it was on when she hit me with like down my chest. I'm like, "Oh hell no!" Nah. And the first thing that I see in my mind is red light, nigga, white girl, no, hell no. That's the red light going off in my brain because I'm talking about she going all the way down to my man's down there. Like, what's up? Yeah. So, and I'm thinking like, this the same chick that never speaks, never looks my way. Like, so immediately red flag, right? So long story short, I'm trying to like walk her back to the elevator and like send her up to her floor because it's like, she's trash. Like somebody could take advantage of her. I'm just trying to get her out my damn face and send her upstairs. But it's like a crowd of people in the elevator. So I put her on the elevator. I'm like, "All right, have a good night." She pulls me back on the elevator with the crowd of people. So I'm like, I'm trying not to like make a scene, you know what I'm saying? It's my job or whatever. And I'm like, get off of me, huh? Like, but she's really all up here, right? And so she's like, somebody else in the elevator came back from a trip and just made a joke like, "Yeah, I didn't catch much of a tan." I'm like, I made a little joke like, "Yeah, you about to be like me soon, ha." And she looked me up and down. She was like, "Well, nobody want that black skin. The fuck you talking about?" In front of everybody. So everybody looks at me and I'm looking and it's like, "What you gonna do?" And I'm like, I paused for a second and immediately it went through my mind so quick. Like, "Do you want your job? Are you about to smack this? Is Wayne Brady gonna have to smack a bitch?" Like it was almost like, what you going to do? And so I kind of just, got her to her floor and just kind of like got her off or whatever. And everybody in the elevator was like, yo, I really applaud you for not like going off on this chick right now. I'm sorry. Like, these are all white folks, you know what I'm saying? Europeans and whatnot. So they all like, I'm sorry. Oh my God. But that was really the first time that it was like somebody really in my face on some, hey nigger type shit. Like she said, oh, black skin. Fuck you mean? I was like, it was really the fuck you mean that really got, what the fuck you mean?
Damn. That's
See, and here's my thing. And we've been, there's been like talks and discussions over the years. Like, do you let that word, a white person call you the N-word, do you give it power? And how do you respond? And I never knew how I respond. I always thought I'd take the high road. But until you have someone calling you that word with so much disgust, it's like it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And I'm just thinking about what my dad grew up in Boston, and he was like, Boston's like the last city to have like the desegregation, and him being on the bus and white people like calling him the N-word and throwing rocks at them and spitting on them as kids. Like just hearing stories like that, I think is needed as far as like to know your history and passing it down to your kids so that they can know what their grandparents, their great grandparents, have been through. So, yes, it's wild, man. Wild times.
It's crazy, man, because it's just like I said, this is like a cycle, and it's almost you can predict it to the day. Like it just keeps happening, and it's like I often sit back and think, like, man, what can I do to change, or do we need white people in this? Are they going to help us? Do we need to help ourselves more? And it's really like a little bit of all of it. I feel like at this point in 2020, it's like, man, I'm gonna keep. We got to update our software. White people too. Everybody got to get off this shit and just kind of think on a higher level. Like, what are we really getting at here? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah, straight up. So, in regards to my story, I was celebrating a friend's birthday. Shout out to my homeboy D. I was trying out, spending time with him. We're out in Virginia Beach at the Strip. Having a few drinks or whatever the case may be, and I'm, heading home. And for those who don't know me, typically, I am a licensed gun owner. And I typically, carry my firearm with me at all times because the world is crazy for obvious reasons. And I happened to get pulled over, by the Virginia Beach police, for failure to turn on my signal when going, onto a ramp, to get on the interstate. So my interaction with that cop was a good interaction, I will say. This was a Caucasian officer. I let him know, obviously gave him the license, the registration, the whole ordeal. But obviously during that conversation, I had informed him that, I had a firearm in the car. It is licensed and it is registered to me. Immediately, it was just, it was a snap. He asked me to get out of the car. And upon him asking me to get out of the car, I hear him calling for backup on his radio, and the next thing I know, it was 6 other police cars that were behind my car. And I want to say in total, it was probably close to maybe 8, 9 police officers that ended up kind of surrounding me during that situation. I kind of remained calm. My parents always taught me, obviously, how to, deal with police officers, comply, just answer the questions. Obviously, the main goal is to get home at the end of the night, right? So I did all those things. The officer and I had a conversation, afterwards. I let him know, I appreciate it, but obviously I didn't think that all of this was necessary. And he kind of informed me that this was for his protection. And kind of, BJ, like you said, you kind of have that thought that runs through your mind. It's like, for your protection, like, what is that supposed to mean? Like, I'm just some, thug that has a handgun that can just open fire on you just because, I can do that? Or, like, what's the deal? But obviously I said, I understand, I get it. And then I went about my day. But obviously, dealing with that situation is, been difficult, at times to sit back and think about, what if I didn't comply? Like, what if I, would have gave the officer just a little bit of attitude and he took it the wrong way? I could have easily been a hashtag just like George Floyd or just like Jarvis has said, with the whole situation. So I mean, as black men, as black people in general, you know, we have to be careful in our situations because of the things that the odds that we're against at the end of the day.
And it's crazy you say that because when I was taking my license to carry course, it just shows you how white privilege works, right? So I'm in the class, and the instructor, he's amazing, dog. Like he's really good at his job. Like he's legit. But he's an ex police officer, and so now on the side he trains people to shoot and license to carry. So he provides the license, whatever. So we're in the course, and he's saying like, yeah, like whenever you get pulled over by a cop, like let the cop know that you're licensed to carry, because it's gonna put the cop's mind at ease because they know that you've been vetted, and they know that you've gone through the process of getting fingerprints, and you're a quality citizen. And I'm looking at him like, yeah, in theory that works, but me as a black man, if they know that I'm licensed, they know I'm carrying, I'm liable to get my head blown off.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it's just, I looked at him like, that doesn't work for my I let him know I'm the only black person, once again, in the room. And there was like some, you ever see like the white boys that be like in the hunting gear?
The camo?
They were rolling with me. They was like, yeah, like, nah, like I feel what he's saying, because like it really goes down in the black community. They see that, and these white boys were sticking up for me. I was like, dang, I told them straight up, I said, I had y'all pegging on. Because it was in the class with me. I'm like, oh man, like that is.
See, and that's why I say even white people have to elevate their thinking, because the fact that we can sit here and swap racist stories is problematic in itself. You know what I'm saying? That's what they don't realize. It's like we sitting here, which story should I tell about some racism shit? Like what type, you know what I'm saying? That's trauma that we all carry, and it's almost like a black rite of passage. Like, oh, tell me about your first time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For real, that's real. That's some real
as
shit.
a kid, I get it now. Y'all remember Boys in the Hood? Ricky, hold on. Not Ricky, but Cuba Gooding Jr. Boys in the Hood. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. As a kid, I was sitting like, dang, yo. But now, all jokes aside, like I get that emotion, that pent up emotion in that scene now. You know what I'm saying? As an adult, like I'm watching that scene now, and I see the frustration, the build up that he was going through it, and black folks are going through it at that time in South Central LA. So I get it now, but we're gonna make we're gonna light this thing up. We're gonna light this podcast up, baby.
Lighten it up, brother.
So Drew, especially Drew, because Drew says he'll wipe a joint that'll be on the what's that? The
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
So I'm trying to see how nasty Drew can get it started. So would you wipe a joint that has another man's name tatted on it?
Drew, go ahead, big dog.
Now listen. I'm gonna share a personal story.
He's gonna say yeah, dog. He's gonna say yeah, dog.
Listen, I'll share a personal story. I was in a relationship in my past with a woman who had her ex-boyfriend's name initialed on her ankle. So his initial was like I think like BB or something like that. So I was telling her like, listen, like, can you at least get that double B like changed like a butterfly or something like that? And she was not with it. Like, no, like it's like a diary. Tattoos are like diaries. Like, this is where I was at this point in my life. It's not a reflection of where I'm at now. And I couldn't deal with it, because every time I'm over there, like, trying to get my bag, get my JanSport with her, get all the way in my bag, in my freaky bag, I would see that name, and my man would go from this. Now, if it's not your girl, I can see some dudes like, yeah. I see this another man's name tatted, like, yeah, you getting it in, you can see it. But as far as like in a relationship, can't really get in your bag, dog. I'm sorry. I can't get jiggy with that, dog.
Bro, be honest. She said the BB stand for Big Baller Brand, didn't she?
Hey man. What if it was like the one of the Ball brothers, dog? That was smashing my chick at the time, dog. All crazy.
But yeah, dog. I don't care, dog. Don't care.
This dude don't care about nothing, dog.
Bro, y'all know
in a relationship, bro.
Bro, y'all know me. Y'all know me. Y'all know I'm not prideful. Like, I don't carry around pride like on my chest or nothing like that. Like, that shit is what it is. Like, if that's the person you meant to be with, that shit can be fixed. Like, if you really go that far into it, where you're like, serious relationship, thinking about marriage, at that point, it can be fixed. It can be covered up.
That's fucking cat. What if she said she doesn't want to cover it up?
Then that's another conversation. But I feel like
what they sound like then.
But I feel like if y'all are that far into a relationship and y'all are, been together for that long, she should be aware of the fact of why you want to get it covered up.
Drew, what is you saying right now, my nigga?
What do you mean?
What I feel like
any logical woman that's about to marry another guy is going to be willing to have that conversation and be willing to cover a tattoo up with another man's name. I feel like.
No, not all of them.
I mean, I feel like, and my married brothers can really speak to this. For my, at this age, I feel like you got to go in how you want to come out. You got to set your laws right then and there. I'm not going for it.
Hell yeah, BJ.
Yeah, right on.
You heard me, brother. I said I'm not going for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you let that go, what else you gonna let go?
Hey, BJ talking big facts right now. BJ,
I mean, why are you holding on to it so much? Like, there's like some type of sentimental value to that.
Hey, BJ, let me ask you a question. Would you wife a joint dog that had the OnlyFans page?
How fat is that joint? I don't know. No. I'm playing. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I can't live with y'all like we sitting here on the chat like, yes, I saw your girl the other day. That joint, yeah.
Yeah, but BJ, my thing was, if those are really your friends, they're not gonna go and look at it. Like, why are your friends gonna go and search it out?
But they may not say nothing, but you might just see it.
Nah, bro. That's some weirdo shit. And OnlyFans, you can't just see, bro. You have to go to that specific page.
Hey, dog.
All right, Drew. But what about associates that are friends with your friends, and they seen it and they talk to your friends about it, and or they send it in another group chat that you might be friends with.
Bro, come on, dog. The first of all, the thing was she making 6 figures.
Hey, Drew has a fucking excuse for everything, dog.
Is that an excuse?
Let's do it.
Drew, quit fucking around. You're not fucking wiping up no chick that has an OnlyFans page that has tattoos of her exes on it, nigga. Quit fucking around.
Hey, that's a double whammy, bro. I can't handle it.
She can give me a double whammy too, nigga. Come on now.
Yo.
Dog. All right, Drew, let's do this, dog. Because Drew said he don't, and we can edit this part out if you want to, Drew. But Drew, he said he doesn't have pride, and like there's things he won't fight for. So if a dude calls your girl out of her name, are you gonna fight him?
What does he look like?
He about 6'3", 220, kind of muscular. What you gonna do? How you gonna act?
He got it. He got it. What you mean? What are we talking about? Come on now.
Okay, what if he smashed your girl on her ass, dog? Right in front of you.
And he's 6'3", 220. Okay, what it feel like, my dude? It felt good?
Oh, sorry.
I told you, Drew is fucking ridiculous. He's always fucking around with it.
I'm gonna grab her hand and I'll be like, all right, we need to go. We need to exit this area. Come on, what you?
Drew, you're not swinging out one time.
No.
Look. I respect it, dog. I'm not a fighter.
I'm picking my battles. If I look at him and I think I'm gonna get my ass beat, I'm not gonna fight him.
But Drew's been consistent. I don't know if Drew said this. I had a homeboy back in the day. It might have been Drew, but it might have been you, Drew. Now thinking
it was me. We talking about like if we got jumped, like that joint. Yeah.
You see,
What happened?
He said, Drew said, I'm not the type of friend. He said, I'm letting you know right now. I'm not the type of friend that's gonna fight for you, dog. Like I'm the type of friend that's gonna like, if you have a car issue, I'll pick you up 3:00 in the morning. I'm like that type of friend. Let's move. But as far as like fighting, I'm good on that. I respected that from the standpoint. We had a homeboy in college, right? Every time a fight would break out, I ain't gonna say no names, but when I went to A&M, I had a homeboy in college. Every time a fight would break out, dog, like he would just get ghost all of a sudden, dog. And this was in grad school. I was sitting there like, dog, every single time. So
hey, cut the fucking shit. This is that ODU. Cut the fucking shit. We know what fucking time it is. We know what fucking time it is.
This is at A&M, dog. This wasn't at ODU, right?
Dog, you gotta be aware of who you are, bro. I know who I am.
And that's fair.
I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm not a fighter. That's not who I am, bro.
I always taught like this. Like my dad always taught me this. He said, "Never be afraid to get your ass whooped for something you believe in."
And that's how I feel. I feel like even if he's 6'3", 220, and if I'm walking down the street and he like, oh yeah, that John fat boy, yeah. I'm gonna take the L. My ass that day. I'm taking the L, son. I'm sorry. Today.
Because imagine that ride back home. I can't imagine that ride back home.
Time out, dog. Somebody say, hey, yo, that joint fat. It's like your girl's ass is crazy. That's crazy, dog.
Imagine the ride back home when you in the back of the ambulance with your girl. Imagine that ride back home. You talking about, I'm driving back home, my dude. I ain't going to be in the back of an ambulance knocked out, comatose. Nah, I'm good, dog. I'll drive back home. I can deal with how she going to feel.
Yo, y'all dudes is really wild tonight, dog.
So you think it's worse? You think it's worse to not fight him and deal with that drive back home? On the flip side, you get your ass beat and you in the hospital. You think that's worse?
Number one, if I get my ass beat, I get my ass beat. I know I'm not going to the hospital. There's no way.
Okay. All right.
There's no way. No, there's no way.
Jarrell. Because if Big Boy get on your ass, you might end up in the hospital, dog.
I'm saying, dude, I'm 6'3" myself, so ain't nobody jumping on me and put me in the fucking hospital unless he's like 6'7" or some shit.
What if he is?
If he's
talk about that. Now that's cap. I didn't personally seen like 6'4" dudes get their ass whooped by like 5'6" dudes that got hands.
Hey, that's fine, but I'm gonna still try.
Yeah,
I ain't got nothing to do with it, dog. It's about these hands and about like grabbing and how.
Like I said, I'm gonna pick my battles. It depends on what he look like. I'm keeping it real. If I feel like I can beat him, I'm gonna say something.
What was a nerdy dude? Like 5'2".
Oh yeah. I'm gonna flex up on him, dog. What you mean?
Hey, that's fair though. I respect this. He already called it out, so I ain't even mad. Not mad.
Okay, so y'all are wilding, but speaking of wilding, dog. So I'm on social media, right?
No, I didn't. I know I didn't have my shirt off this time, so go ahead.
No, it ain't you this time. It's another wild boy. It's another really, really wild boy. So, and I don't know that. Look, although I saw shout out to Chad, because Chad posted on his timeline, whatever, right? And, so I'm on the timeline. I click on the video, right? So it's a Zoom video, and we, a lot of us are, working from home. So it's a Zoom work video of this guy who's on a work call with his coworkers, and I think his supervisor. So this man was like, "Hey, like this part of the meeting doesn't pertain to me. Kind of like, go offline or whatever." And so yeah, turn your camera off. So he thought he left the meeting, right? But the video is still on. So my man, hold on, dog.
Here go Jarvis. Here go Jarvis, dog.
My man pulls out some lotion and tissue paper or whatever, right?
Oh man.
And he thought the camera was off. So he goes on a porn site and like he put his hand in his shirt to start, Matt start beating off. And like everyone in the video was like in a frenzy, like, no, what are you doing? And they asked like a black chick up there, like, hey, like call him. She's like, I ain't calling him. to see everything go down, dog. That video was hilarious, dog. Hilarious.
Dog, that shit made me realize that people love, like, humans really love to see other people crash and burn. Like they live for it, dog. They live for it. The fact that I think it was like 9 people in the Zoom. Half of them, like when the supervisor was like, "Can someone call him, please?" Half of them didn't even reach for their phone, dog. They were just locked eyes, like waiting to see this dude crash and burn. Like, it was crazy to me, like,
waiting for the train wreck. It's a shame.
Exactly.
Where the brother messed up is he got to have a separate computer. See, I ain't gonna do that on my work computer. I'm about to go to.
No, the wild part was that this dude was locked and loaded. Like, as soon as he had that shit on his mind the whole meeting, because as soon as he turned his camera, he beelined it right to the lotion, bro. He had everything ready to go.
Yeah, he was thinking that during the meeting, bro.
That reminds me, dog, another college story, dog. So this may or may not happen to BJ. Let's say the dude's name is CJ, whatever, right? So we in college with a dude named CJ, whatever, right? So CJ had a roommate, right? So we're about to leave to a party, and we asked CJ's roommate, "Hey, like, you want to go to the party with us?" And dude's like, "Nah, I'm just gonna hold back tonight. I'm just gonna stay back tonight. I'll let y'all later." So we go to a party, and like most ODU parties, it got shut down early. So we returned home. Now the dude thought they was gonna be back, I guess, as early as we did. So we go in there, right? And the dude laptop is up, and he's going to town, dog. We should have like, what the hell? He's like butt ass. He had his shirt on, but he's like butt ass from his waist down, dog. And this dude leaves his laptop in the living room, dog, and jets straight to his room. And we sitting there looking at the video. And like the lotion is like still sitting there on the table, dog.
Oh.
Yo, y'all gotta chill, bro.
All of this some wild times, dog.
Yeah, I always been incognito with mine. I know, I got this time set. I got the lighting right. You know what I'm saying? I don't play around. I don't see how they do it.
Cause I ain't gonna cap with y'all, dog. Like, listen, dog.
Hey, BJ, you carrying out a mission, dog, before you do that joint, dog? You gotta have strategy to it.
I like to get some Jill Scott going, you know what I'm saying? It's self-care, brother. You gotta treat yourself right, because ain't nobody else gonna do it.
Now listen, if you're in a relationship, dog, is it a thing where like you can beat off too much, or it's like it gets OD and you don't enjoy the actual thing? So some dudes gotta limit themselves, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I had a home, like, dog, I have a cousin, right? My cousin told me, she said, little cousin. I beat my meat so much, little cousin, that when it came time for me to get with an actual girl, I couldn't get up. I could only get up from my hand. I can only get up from my hand, little cousin. And I was looking at him like, yo, that's wild when he thought that his head was the real thing, dog.
Yeah,
that's some weird.
Dog, Drew's disgusted right now, bro.
Dog, look, my cousin said he was on a cabin trip, dog. And I'm sorry, cousin. If you watch the pod, I'm sorry. He said
this dude snitching on everybody tonight, dog.
I'm Takashi tonight, dog. He said he went on a cabin trip, right? With a joint. An entire weekend, he could not get it to perform because he was so used to his hand.
That's terrible. That's horrible.
Wild times out here, dog. Wild times.
Bro, ain't that much stroking in the world, bro. And I don't know.
Yeah, that's a problem, bro. Like, for real.
He needs some help, son.
Dog, that's weirdo shit, dog. For real.
No, this might be the first time in our 8 episodes, dog, where dudes are at a loss for words, dog. Don't know what to say.
I don't even know what to say, yo.
All right, so okay.
Hey, this is completely fucking ridiculous.
Hey, man.
This is some ridiculous ass shit, dog. Y'all be talking about, bro.
Hey,
Dog, this is some Black Mirror type shit, dog. Like, it's OD.
The whole weekend, bro. A cabin trip, son.
dog, you know how helpless you gotta feel, dog. And you know be hyping their joints up like, girl, I'm gonna tear that up. Cabin, dog.
I would be
You stuck on a dog. You stuck in a cabin where you can't go to the gas station to get a stiff night, or anything like that, dog. Like, you just.
I would be that. My confidence would be shot, bro. I'd be done.
Yeah.
Think about that, though. Like, yeah, girl. Yeah. When you get in that cabin, girl, I'm gonna tear that ass up. You best believe. All right. Yeah, all right. So you hype yourself up, dog. You get in that cabin, dog, to where don't end up.
You get to the plate, dog. Go 0 for 4, dog. You gotta go home.
Especially don't let it be the first time, because you're done. You're done.
I'm not even gonna tell, man. How much time we got? I could tell. Shit, let me out here.
Cause listen, dog. All right, let me chill. I ain't gonna spread.
We ain't gonna go into personal story, dog. We ain't gonna do that. Dog.
I'll get into it. But
that's why you never set expectations. Everybody got a bad game. You never know.
That's very true.
My cousin told me a crazy story. She said that she had a bad first experience. I'm telling all my cousins' business. She said she had a bad first experience with a guy. And I was like, cousin, like, just give him another shot. And she was like, well, let me tell you this. If you went to a restaurant and the food was nasty, would you go back? I was like, no. And she said, so why would I go back? I said, no, sorry. Now, I'll be trying to shoot guys' bell. But when she said that, it was kind of embedded in my brain like, if it's your first time, you got to put that work in. You got to.
Lights is on. It's time to perform, baby. You know.
That's true. That's real.
Now, moving on before I snitch on my entire family tree. Moving on. So let me ask y'all a question. I'm gonna set the table again. So in the 90s, we had Jordan and we had Tyson, right? So if your life depended on it, do you think you could score a bucket on a game of 10 with Michael Jordan, the game of 10? You got to score 1 point, 1 bucket.
Michael Jordan.
Or could you last in a fight with Mike Tyson for 4 minutes? Which one you want?
4 minutes?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hey, give me that game with Michael.
2 minutes. We'll drop it down to 2 minutes.
I don't want to have goddamn Tyson in the ring for more than 30 seconds. Goddamn it, give me Michael Jordan in the damn basketball court.
I can run for Mike Tyson for 2 minutes, though, I think. Okay.
I'm going with Tyson.
Hey, y'all quit fucking around. I don't know what type of shit y'all was on before the podcast.
Like this,
y'all are not fucking fighting Mike Tyson.
Oh.
Hell no. Hey, this nigga look like Air Gordon. This nigga get knocked out in the first 10 seconds.
He was knocking out professional boxers in 30 seconds, bro.
You think your big ass Jarvis? You think your big ass gonna be able to try to finesse and move out the way out of Mike Tyson's head?
The thing is, professional boxers aren't trying to run.
Yeah, I'm trying to run.
Y'all
running.
I'm taking Jordan.
Thank you, bro. These dudes are capping.
I'm
taking Jordan.
You're banking on getting a lucky shot. I don't believe in luck. I could trust me running for 2 minutes before me hitting a lucky shot.
But is Jordan make it take it? If it's not make it take it, then
it's make it take it. As soon as you get the ball, you might not get the ball back.
Oh no. Hell no.
What you mean?
It, dog.
No, you can't do make it take it. Nah, fuck that. Y'all can't.
That's
do
how
that,
we
dog.
play growing up, Jorel.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, we talking about Michael Jordan. We ain't talking about you and I.
And you and I, we still got a hoop. I'm gonna play Jorel 1-on-1, full court basketball, baby. 1-on-1.
I'm about to get this fucking ambulance on standby.
1-on-1, dog. Right?
Ain't nobody trying to see that old ass shit, man. Ain't nobody trying to see some old people with therapeutic shoes on, dog, running up and down the court, dog.
Get down there, Gordon. Exactly. You shuffling this shit.
So y'all think y'all rather look? It's make it take it, dog. You might not get the ball.
Nah, dog. See, you just be adding stuff in there.
We always play make it take it. I never.
All right. So let's say for this instance that it's not make it take it for Jordan because Jordan obviously obviously go.
It's make it take it. Fuck out of here.
No, we're not. No, I'm getting on the basketball court still with Jordan. I'm not taking any punches from fucking Mike Tyson.
You won't have to take a punch. You just run the whole time.
Drew, you're not running in a ring
Mike Tyson was
for
fast.
2 minutes.
He was
I outran a car. I outran a car before. You don't think I can? You don't think I can outrun Tyson for 2 minutes in a ring? Come on now.
And that's not even a full round. A full round's like what? How long is a full round in boxing? Like 5 minutes?
Nah, it's longer than that. That's like UFC.
Prime Mike Tyson was fast as hell. What's wrong? Quick as shit. What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah, y'all on some crazy ass shit.
Listen, dog. I'll bank on me running for 2 minutes as opposed to me hitting a lucky shot.
If I get
that to a degree.
If I get the ball first, I'm getting a bucket.
All right. Fuck out of here.
I'm talking about Jordan's problem when Jordan won MVP.
Jordan's going to lock you up. What do you mean?
That's 88 Jordan. He won MVP and he won Defense Player of the Year.
He's not going to just let you shoot. We talking about playoff defense, Jordan.
Nigga, I'm getting a bucket.
Oh, my God.
Because BJ played on the same high school team as KD.
Right,
He did.
I still got left in the tank, baby. My knee, but I'm ready. You know.
So the average boxing is 3 minute rounds.
Oh, that's not even a full round. Oh yeah, I can run. Hell yeah.
2 minutes,
Yeah.
dude. You're not running in a ring for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, you would get so tired.
Yeah.
Oh, can we
I'm
train
not doing
for this? No. Okay, so can we train for
No, hell no. Why you always trying to throw extra shit in there? You're not training for this.
Right away, you can't. No. It don't.
If that's the fucking case, can I go fucking train to play basketball against Michael Jordan?
But I mean, it's gonna be the same. You're gonna be out of breath.
No, I'm not. No, basketball is cardio.
But half court, Michael Jordan? I don't know, dog. Look, I'll take my chances running, dog. I don't give a fuck what y'all say.
Yeah.
All right, let me know when that. Would you take him on at age 50, Mike Tyson? He thought he ready to go. He coming back.
Hell
right?
no.
You see what he was punching?
How much?
Right now?
How much?
$50.
Shut the nigga.
No, how much would it take for you to get in the ring with Mike Tyson right now, Drew?
How long is the match?
Hey, yo.
I said in the ring.
He said, how long? Hey.
In the ring.
How long is the boxing match, man?
All right, the boxing match is all right. So you have.
But what if he knocks me out? What if he knocks me out?
You knock the fuck out there. You get the money, obviously.
All right. So how much? So you asking me how much to get knocked out by Tyson? That's basically what you're asking me. All right. Basically. How much?
So you're in it's 5 rounds, dog. 3 minutes.
You don't even have. You're gonna get knocked out. So it's how much to get knocked out by Tyson? You're not gonna last the whole match.
50 million.
No.
How much?
Let's say no, not 50 million. Shit, that's easy. That's an easy yes.
Duh.
Let's say 250,000. 1 round. I'll give you 1 round. 250,000. 1 round. 3 minutes.
I'll take it.
Insurance policy, dog.
I do that.
That's stupid. My life insurance policy is like 500,000. So if I die, that's lower than my life insurance. Fuck out of here.
I'll give about 50,000 to medical bills to recover. And then I still got 200,000 left. I'm good.
You're wild. You're wild. That's not enough money to get knocked out by Mike Tyson, dog.
I need 500 at least. At least.
When the cash in front of you, you're gonna change your mind.
That's real. That's definitely real.
True. Possibly.
You see the cash in front of you, dog. You gonna step in the ring.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
Would you rather have be knocked out like in the face or like a body shot and get knocked out?
Face.
Body shot. Give me a body shot. I'm gonna take the body.
Dog, he might cave your whole shit in, dog.
Shit, if he hit you in the face, he might cave your shit in. What is y'all saying?
But that's a broken jaw.
Hey, Jorel had his chest caved in when we was kids, dog.
Word?
Yeah, dog. Jorel got his shit punched in, dog, as a kid. Am I lying?
He tried to say because I had a cave in my chest when I was a kid. He said, "My shit, your brother punched you in the dead chest. That shit got caved in."
That's how it happened, though. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. All right. So, like we do every podcast, though, we have a question. All right. So we don't get the floor to BJ, dog. So we have a question. Someone hit our podcast and they asked us, have we ever been in a situation where we like someone more than they liked us? And I think when this person asked this question, I think they're in their feelings as a quarantine, dog. They're probably shooting their shots. And it's probably like feeling someone during the quarantine. Because this is a Houston person that asked this. So we started to open up like 2 weeks ago. So I'm thinking they started to like this person during the quarantine, and this person's probably like, giving them a little bit of feedback. And once things started to open back up, the person probably shot deuce on them, dog. And they realized that they didn't like them as much as they thought.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in that boat several times, bro. I mean, a lot of times women have the upper hand because they're women. They attract, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they have a stable even when they don't want a stable. So, I can remember one chick in particular, like, I'm calling her every day, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, can I take you out? You know what I'm saying? Can I do this? Can I do that? And it's like, nigga, when I feel like talking to you, shit. It's always that type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, by the time she actually started liking me, I ain't even fuck with her no more. So
look, I had a story. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with y'all. I don't think y'all know the story. So there's a reason why I invited BG on this podcast, bro. So there's a point in time where we was at ODU, right? And I was feeling this girl, dog. Like she was pretty fire. So we all go like on like a quadruple like date, right? I think Jorel was there. BG, you probably was there. So we go on a date, whatever, right? And shout out to Just. I remember Just was there with his college girlfriend. So like I thought the date went well, dog. Like all the fellas gonna be feedback, like y'all look good together, dog. You know what I'm saying? And even the girls was there, like, oh, she is so sweet. Like, she is so sweet. So I was like envisioning, like, yo, like I'm gonna wipe this joint up. Like we're gonna be together like forever type shit, dog. It was on one date to OD. And and now I think, because I was trying to get at her for like 2 months. So she finally agreed to like let me take her on a date. And to me, I thought the date went well, dog. So the very next day, she was like, "Hey, like, are you available to talk outside?" That's why I live in the village, because she lived in the village too. I'm at such and such village. Are you available to talk? I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, I want to talk to you about like last night, you know." So I'm thinking like, "Yeah, I want to talk to you too. That's crazy. I want to talk to you about last night too." So I'm thinking like we about to like make this thing like an exclusive type of situation, dog. Like I thought she had the time of her life. So we out there in the village or whatever, we talking. She was like, "Yeah, I just want to let you know that damn, Drew left." She said, "Yeah, I just want to let you know that like last night I realized that I don't envision you like as a person I'm like attracted to. Like I only envision you like as a friend." And I'll sit there like, dog, I was sitting there like, I wanted to cry. I ain't gonna lie. I was sitting there like mad embarrassed. She's like, "Oh, so what'd you have to tell me?" I was like, "Damn, girl, that's crazy you said that," because like I felt the same vibe last night. Like I felt like we was on a friendship vibe too. We definitely need to take a step back because I'm definitely, I'm not feeling you like how I thought I was feeling you. And matter of fact, I think, you need. Anyways, I OD a little bit. I almost said something to get us canceled, dog. But I'll say, you're physically not my type anyway. So I mean, it's all good.
wow.
I'm so glad because like. I'm glad we're on the same page. Like, thank you. Like, honesty is needed. I didn't want to lead you on.
Hey, I will say, dog, you are not capping. I thought that the date actually went well, dog. I thought like the chemistry was actually really well between y'all two, and for her to drop that bomb on you, dog, I was caught off guard too. I was like, what? Like it was crazy.
Dog, this has happened to everybody. This is just the friend zone. That's basically what the question is about. Everybody's been caught in the friend zone.
Yeah.
So tell us, Drew. You and Jorel never share personal stories, dog. And I'm glad that BJ's on this podcast to like share personal story because y'all be too like y'all don't share anything. I'll be sharing.
I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. I don't think I've ever been friend zoned.
Come on, son. Come on.
See, And look, if anybody should be safe, it should be me because my girl watches every podcast.
No, serious.
On here.
Jarvis, you've known me, dog. To be honest with you.
Don't stutter. Jorel.
When have I been friend zoned? Maybe like what, middle school?
Well, share. Tell us something. Shit. Tell us something. Yeah. Leave it up to Drew and Jorel. They the coolest dudes on earth, dog.
They playing. No, I'm not. We know what time it is, bro. Who's out here?
Listen, dog. I've definitely been played in my fair share of relationships and talking to women and stuff like that, dog. But I don't ever remember me liking somebody, dog, to the point to where they like me back the same.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna throw myself under the bus again. There's another time, right? You know, I'm gonna share a story for Jorel. There's another time, you know, I met a chick that she went to HU, whatever, right?
Oh, what the fuck is Drew?
Drew's scared. Don't worry about him. He's scared, dog. He hiding. Anyway.
You get the lotion, bro.
Drew, where'd you go?
Drew, like I had to get my charger.
He like a mountain man.
So there's another story. So I'm feeling this girl. She went to HU. You know what I'm saying? Now BJ and Jorel was there, dog. So and BJ, shout out to BJ. You a real one for this, dog. I invited a chick over to watch the national championship at my apartment. This is when I lived in the what's it called?
Over there by McDonald's. Yeah.
But it's not the village. It's
district.
The district.
The district. There you go. It was a district. It's not called a district.
Right. And like I invite all the homies over there to watch the national championship game. I think it was like what was it? It was Auburn and
Oregon.
Yeah. Oregon, yeah, Cam Newton, right? So
shit, I forgot about this story.
Yeah. So she's like, yeah, I got my friend with me. I said, all right, cool. So we see her and her friend hop out the car, right? And the friend, let's just put it like this, the friend wasn't attractive to us. Someone else she might have been, but to us, that was a no-go.
Put it this way. Just imagine Friday when Smokey came outside. He said, don't you ever.
He might have been worse than her, dog.
It was on some next level, like, oh my God.
But you know what? We all looked. I said, who's going to take one for the team for me tonight? And we all looked, and BJ said, fuck it, man. I'll take one for the team. And BJ entertained this young lady all night and ran interference for me.
Bro, but I can say she had a hell of a personality on her. We all liked her.
We liked her more than a friend.
Facts.
Yeah, so shout out to her. I think she's still my friend on Facebook. Whoever you are, like, definitely don't watch this podcast, right? So, if we get like a thumbs down on the YouTube page, we know who it's from.
Know what time it is.
Yeah, so BJ entertained this young lady all night, right? So me, being naive, I thought the night went well, whatever, right? So I tried to like, end the night on like a little good night kiss. And like she gave me her cheek. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So she texted me, she was like, yeah, I just want to let you know that I'm not feeling you like that, but your boy Jorel, I'm definitely, feeling him. And that's the ultimate friend zone, dog. So I'm sitting there like, I wasn't upset, but it was like, damn, like, you should let it be known right then and there. Because I'll put people on. I'm like, okay, cool, you're not feeling me. You and my boy can exchange numbers, whatever the case may be. But, like, she definitely friend zoned me, and I definitely liked her more than she liked me at that point.
But, yeah, so in regards to that story, I kept it 100 to my boy, dog, and I didn't talk to her, dog, just out of respect for my homeboy because he put the work in, you know what I'm saying, to get with her. So I'm a real one for that. You ain't give me my flowers for that, dog. I'm a real one for that.
Hampton, man. Hampton, hey, dudes and Hampton, we stick together, man.
No cap.
Yeah. So, Drew,
I know you got.
I mean, yeah, we've. Goddamn, all right, y'all, damn, chill. I'm gonna tell y'all now. So yeah, there was like this time I was talking to this chick, like, and I ain't gonna lie, dog. I was on some sucker shit, like super sucker shit.
Yeah.
Now we've all been on some sucker shit. Now I will admit,
Get in your bag.
But like, I was like, from the first, it might have been like the first like 2 weeks, she hit me with the "you're not romantic enough" shit, and I'm like, damn, like 2 weeks in, like, come on now. Like, first of all, I'm not the romantic guy, so you know, I can only go so much. But the fact that she threw it, usually that shit don't happen till like 6 months in, like 8 months in, then like, but this was like the first 2 weeks. I'm like, damn, like I thought I had longer to last than this. But like, yeah, I was taking her out, like taking her on like all these crazy dates and stuff, and like
You went above.
I went above and beyond, like way too early in. And that was my fault. Like I said, I was on sucker shit. But I went above and beyond way too early before I really felt those vibes. But like it got to the point where, you know, we realize where they're not putting in the effort. Like it comes like you're always the one, like you want to do this and this, or just stuff like that. Like you realize it's not going where it's supposed to go. And then like, but the thing is, she would always be like, yo, you look so good, blah, 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 but I don't feel a spark. I'm like, what the fuck is this spark bullshit? I'm like, this shit is made up. Like, this fucking spark. I'm like, this shit is cat. But anyway, it went on and on for like, this probably was like 2 solid months, bro. Like,
Damn, dude.
Dog, I'm putting in hella work for this shit.
Oh, I remember this story. Yeah, I remember this.
And it just got to the point where like, I'm like, yo, you're not putting in any effort. And she's like, yeah, you know, I still don't feel a spark. And I'm like, all right. It just got to the point where I had to drop it. But like, that's an instance where like, clearly, like I'm doing all this shit, you know, to be with this girl and it's not being reciprocated. So, you know, that's not like a friend zone type of situation, but it's like, you could clearly see like, she not feeling you like that.
Thank you. For the first time in 8 weeks, Drew has shared a personal story. Thank you.
Bruh.
Go for Drew. All right, buddy.
No, I'm not gonna let y'all do that.
That's no.
Jarvis, because he has shared personal stories. We all have.
Oh damn. Okay.
All the embarrassing stories I share. I told you about the time I got twerked and my head was banging on the cabinet. Fuck out of here.
And he told you about the time I ran the car. He told you that time too.
All right, man. So whatever. We get agreed.
Hold on. I gotta ask a question. BJ, have you been drinking soup this whole time, dog? Dog, I swear this dude got a can of soup, dog.
What?
No, I've been wanting to ask this dog. That's a can of chicken noodle soup, dog.
No, it's not, bro. I was trying to be.
Hold it up again, dog. Hold it. That's Progresso, nigga. Hold it up again, dog.
Star Wars cup, bro. No copyright infringement, please.
Dog.
I try to be.
That look like a can of soup, dog.
I was trying not to show the can, brother.
No, try to take another sip, dog. Do it fast. That's a can of soup, dog. That's a can of soup, bro.
Oh wow, man.
All right. So BJ, this is how we end the podcast. Every episode, we it's called "What You Been On." So we share, you know, what we've been on and certain songs. So I'm gonna start it off this week.
Okay.
So
hold on, Jarvis. Did you watch Insecure?
Oh yeah, you want to talk about it?
Let's do it. Let's do a quick breakdown.
Look, my girl watched it. She loved the episode. The episode was whack. Yeah. I don't want to see Lawrence and Issa for the entire episode and no one else. It seemed like a series finale. That would be like a perfect series finale, but it was whack. I don't want to see them to the entire episode and no one else. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna keep it real, dog. Half of this season was trash.
Yeah.
The last episode when it was just Molly and Andrew the whole time, I don't care. Like that episode was weak as fuck. Like I really don't care. The episode, I think one of the episodes before that, when it was just Issa and like the girls played or whatever. Like that episode, nothing happened in that episode. Like it's pointless.
Nothing happened.
I hate with TV when they do episodes when nothing happens. The story doesn't progress. Like this added no value.
So what do you think about what do you think about this week's episode then?
I mean, this week's episode was okay, but I don't want Lawrence and Issa to get back together. And I've been said that since the get-go. I've seen it before. I don't want to see it again, bro.
You like, and then what can they when they get back together? What can they do with that storyline? That's my thing.
Like they're gonna get back together, and what is next season just gonna be them two like get married? Like what? Like I don't know, man. I don't want to see them two together.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done on that. Like I said, this
BJ, you watch it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel you. Like I like some of the shows this season. Some of them were definitely like filler episodes. Like y'all could have just left that out. But I mean, I kind of saw it coming that Lawrence was coming back around. Like it's been
yeah.
at it this whole time. So my thought is, how many more seasons do they have? Like, are they about to end this joint on that? Like, I don't know.
it's to me, dog. The best part about this season that was like relatable was like the discord between Molly and Issa. But I thought they should have played into that more like for dramatic purposes. It was like a slow burn. It was too realistic, dog. It was way too realistic. And sometimes in TV, I want the extra drama that's needed.
The thing is, since the block party, we haven't even seen them interact.
Yeah.
Like they just like that's the part that everybody was waiting for. Like, how are they going to interact? Like after that, and nothing happened with it.
Yeah,
That's about to be the last episode. They're going to like either break up forever or have some like.
Well, this season's over.
no, it's not.
That was it?
There's three more episodes left.
Oh,
I thought it was 8. I thought it was 8 episode season.
Nah, there's 3 more episodes left.
You sure?
Yeah, and if
All the other ones, last season was 8 episodes.
but this season is gonna be longer.
I'm a fact check that real quick.
Yeah, fact check that while I tell people what I've been on. So as you've heard, I've been on Insecure. As far as like music wise, Freddie Gibbs' Alfredo album, rap album of the year. Straight up. Like Alchemist, like killed the production and the lyrics sound like he recorded like the night before he put it out. So that's as far as music. And what I'm gonna put on for our song on the Instagram story is a song called Black Boy by Caleb Steph. And I don't know if you heard him, Jorel, but he's from the 757. He's from Hampton, I believe. Either Hampton, Newport News. And his project is dope all around. He dropped a project in 2019, and it's called Bellwood Product. Caleb Steph. The song's called Black Boy. So I'm gonna add that for my What You've Been On song for the week. It's definitely dope.
It's I checked it out. It's 10 episodes.
Yeah, 2 more episodes left. So
2 more.
yeah.
All right, I'll go ahead and go. So like we just talked about, Insecure. I've been on that. That's pretty much I haven't watched a lot of TV or movies lately. I don't got no more Daryl Davis updates for y'all. So, Jarvis, did you watch it?
Nah, I'm good.
You asked me about it, dog.
You did ask him about it.
I want to post the clip of him and Jasmine going back and forth. But I definitely should watch it though.
But anyway, I haven't watched much TV lately or anything like that. In terms of music, I checked out the Lil Yachty project, Lobo 3. It was alright, like nothing special. Like about half of it was cool, but my song for this week, I wanted to choose this a couple weeks ago when it came out, but something else had come up. So I'm gonna go with the newest Migos track that dropped, Need It, featuring Young Boy. So definitely check that out. That joint definitely goes hard. I'm excited for that project. Can't wait for that to come out. Speaking of Migos in a versus battle is gonna be a hard out. I'm just saying, if whoever wanted to go up against Migos, because their music is made for a battle, dog. That's a hard out. I'm just want to put that out there. Not too many people want to see Migos in a versus battle.
And does that have to be a group, or could it be like an individual?
Either or.
I think it would have to be somebody that's trap though. It has to be trap music.
Well, yeah. So I'm talking about somebody in the same vein, but
Gucci.
That's a hard out.
Gucci Mane.
No, Gucci can see them.
I mean,
Future.
Hey, Yeah,
I felt like a lot of Gucci joints didn't age well, but
You used to love Gucci back in college, bro.
I did back in college. It was 8 years ago, dog. Come on now.
What about Chopper,
I'm good.
dog? Chopper Young City versus Migos.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
what I
Jorel,
had,
go ahead.
yeah, I haven't been really watching any TV, dog, or on anything on Netflix. Obviously, like I said, the news and everything like that has been about kind of the issues that we were talking about beforehand. But as far as music, I have listened to Gunna's album. I like it. So my song of the week is gonna be "Top Floor" featuring Travis Scott. Definitely rock with that joint. So that's all I got for y'all, man.
Shit, I might have to, let me see, TV show. I've been watching this show called Billions. That joint's pretty dope. Good storyline. Good to see how extremely rich people move and the stuff they be on. Definitely that Freddie Gibbs joint though. That's Freddie Gibbs is the man, dog. But for real, a lot of times during the day I work from home, so I gotta get in the zone. I gotta get some shit that'll ride me through the day. So I've been listening to K Tronada and this one
Yeah.
he did with Sade. He did the Kiss of Life joint and he dubbed it. Dog, that shit is fire. So I play that during the day and I be in here jamming and shit. So what was the next one? Song and what else? Oh, I got a book for y'all too. Bitcoin in Black America. I've been on my cryptocurrency shit and I got Bitcoin in Black America by Isaiah Jackson. Everybody should check it out.
Oh yeah.
Word.
Brothers. Yeah.
Oh, one more thing. So, as we've all talked about, like it's like the day and times we've in, like we've all been down, like not really feeling happy or energetic, excited, things like that with what's going on in the world. So like, I was like, dog, let me find some music to like lift my spirits up. Mm-hmm. So I went to Apple Music. I'm like, yo, what haven't I heard in a while?
Thanks, sir.
So I went to the New Jack Swing Essentials playlist on iTunes, bruh.
Ooh.
That shit is fire. Like some of the songs is like, because we know white people probably made it, but the New Jack Swing playlist on Apple Music, dog, is crazy. Mm-hmm. Dog, it's the classics up there. Don't walk away, don't walk away. Dog, that joint is crazy. Y'all gotta check it out.
Send the link, dog.
Yeah, send the link. Send the link.
Well, I can't right now because Blackout Tuesday, dog. They ain't letting you can't browse nothing on Apple Music.
Oh yeah. Hey,
I got y'all tomorrow though.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna end it like we always end it. Whether you watching us or if you off work or at work, check us out. All right.